Hello, I'm Tausif Alam and I'm sitting down with our tech journalist Tasmia. We'll talk about a topic on technology every week. It's going to be a discussion about the good, bad and ugly of different aspects of AI and overall tech. Today, we will look into the deepfake phenomena.
Hello.
Hi. So, recently there has been a lot of discussion around deepfake. I mean, recently I saw this, came across that video, Rashmika Mandana's video, that how it was morphed onto some Instagram influencer's face. And I mean, every day we come across news that how now a person's voice is being impersonated and some other person, the person's relative or friends are being duped using the person's voice. So I'm really, cautious about that technology, how this deep fake, AI-based deepfake technology is panning out.
But initially, when Deepfake came out around 2014, when GANs was introduced, and so I think in the initial few years, we saw it being used in a very nice manner in terms of advertising, in terms of movies. In fact, the last part of Fast and the Furious, when Paul Walker had already passed away, we saw a digital version of him in the film. So the technology does have its downsides, but then it is being used everywhere. Now that's a different conversation, that we don't have enough regulation for it. So like as you saw in the Rashmika Mandana case, after the controversy happened, the government of India, we had a few regulations now that people who are generating deepfakes non-consensually can lead to imprisonment for a few months, and also they have financial penalties.
I mean, the way this technology is growing at the pace, I mean, the government has to catch up, which government is not doing. They're sitting and they're waiting, till something worse happens.
It's
and
still
then,
an afterthought.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's not the right step to take. And besides that, I mean, not just the governments out there, even these tech platforms which are building the technology, and even they are not serious about it.
So Intel is doing something very interesting in this domain. They have something called as fake catcher. So it's basically a deepfake detection that works. So when we talk, the blood on a face moves in a certain direction. So now they've created a map of your face in the way that blood moves. So now that they can differentiate between the person on the screen, is that real or is it fake? I mean,
Nice.
It's not enough. But then again, companies somewhere or the other are taking these steps. I think even OpenAI last week during the Developers Day, they had something on the similar note.
Absolutely not. I mean, it was totally that showed that how callous they were when it comes to securing the privacy and technology and copyright thing. For instance, instead of that people were expecting that because they were being accused of copyright infringement and all. So instead of addressing that problem, they said that they did not make any changes in their copyright data sets, and they rather said that developers can use our technology, and if they come across, if they face copyright infringement cases, then OpenAI will fight on behalf of them.
So the copyright thing is actually very, very messy, because a few months ago, the singer Jennifer Lopez, she did an advertising campaign for some well-known cruise company. But now that she's already signed it, that my digital version can be used by the company. We saw a terrible case of this happening in one of the Black Mirror episodes, where a celebrity sells her digital rights, but now that digital right can be used in any manner whatsoever. The person now does not have any he does not have control over how their own identity is going to be used. So it's still a very messy, slippery slope, the entire regulation and copyright bit. But then again, even though AI is being used as a helpful tool, it also has its own sets of problems, and not just in the terms of deepfake. So even in terms of cybersecurity. So now that's another rabbit hole altogether.
Yeah, interesting. Last week, Microsoft released its Secure Future Plan. I think they was trying to solve the current AI security problem with AI. So that seems an interesting topic, and we can have a discussion on that topic next week, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.